Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I am Shanique.
This is Mike.
And on this podcast, we talk about movies, music, and
whatever we feel like talking about. Sometimes talk about music, sometimes talk about video games, sometimes we talk about being legible on the podcast. Today we're going to talk about something really fucking weird.
Okay, first of all, calm.
I'm calm. Okay, I don't know how to help her here, guys. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so today's podcast is a weird ass movie that Michael fucking picked.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't care.
What the fuck is this? It's some
I don't care.
fucked up Sesame Street bullshit.
Yeah.
But
we knew that from the trailer, so that's fine.
Anyway, it's called Happytime Murders, and it's starring
Melissa McCarthy, and that's all the name I know.
And I think Elizabeth Banks, because she plays Jenny. And then a bunch of puppet niggas. So, short synopsis. Basically, in a world where puppets are alive and are considered second-class citizens, shit goes wrong. A murder happens, and then two people, unreluctant partners, have to team up and solve these murders. And hopefully fix everything. Back to our schedule program. Basically, I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Honestly, I don't think this movie is that good. It's a very interesting concept, but to me, the concept got old after the milking scene, and then I was just on for the ride. There were some really good parts, like funny parts, because majority of the movie is to make you laugh. The villain to me was predictable. I knew almost instantly who it was once that one scene came up. Not the but I did like it that it parodied a lot of famous movie scenes. Like the scene in what is it? I think it's called Fatal Attraction, where she's dressed in all white and being interviewed, and she does that leg cross thing, and it's starring Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone. It's a very old movie, and I think it's called Fatal Attraction. Or some other shit, because she was in a lot of movies with him. I like the parody of that. I did like the storylines. I like Edwards, which was Melissa's character. God, what was the dude's name? The puppet dude, the main one.
Phil Phillips.
Phil, I liked him too. For the most part. Overall, it's entertaining, but to me, it's not worth seeing. If I'm really be honest. What do you think about it? No spoilers yet.
Why can't we just say no spoilers?
No, just give your honest opinion.
Fine. I like the movie. I'm gonna give it a B plus. I got some good laughs out of it. It's not like I mean, don't get me wrong. The style of humor is meant to be like shock humor, but that's pretty much all what they're going for. And they did it pretty interestingly. Like it's not something you kind of see Muppets and Sesame Street puppets kind of going towards, but they were like, we're just gonna fuck with the whole formula. And just give some crazy ass R-rated laughs.
Was it R? Was it an R-rated movie?
You think that wasn't an R-rated movie? You really think that wasn't an R-rated movie?
I guess it was. I didn't even register to me that was R-rated.
Definitely an R-rated movie, and yeah, I thought. I mean, don't get me wrong. The humor is a little corny, but there's the kind of corny humor I can tolerate. Definitely a good couple of spots in there where you could laugh at, but if like shock humor isn't your kind of thing, then it's probably not for you. Like if you get disgusted by let's say Jackass or something like that, you're probably not gonna give a shit about this movie. And to be honest, if you're not if you don't like the fact that they're ruining Muppets for you to ruin your childhood, you're probably not gonna like this movie either. But I was like, I knew what I was getting myself into. We already saw the trailer. I'm like, all right, this movie's gonna be some bullshit, but I know I'm getting myself into. I wanted to see it, and it was done all right. Melissa McCarthy. People crack on her a lot for not being funny in movies. I think she has her very, very good spots. Like, obviously, they give the big girl jokes to her, whatever, but...
She's coming down, though.
Yeah, she's definitely coming down from where she was in, what TV show she was in again?
Mike and Molly.
Something like, yeah, she's definitely coming from somewhere. And I think her humor is still there. She's one of the people I can watch and still be entertained by. I don't know why everyone gives her such a hard time. Maybe I'm paying too much attention. But yeah, her as a partner to Phil Phillips, well, quote-unquote partner, pretty interesting. But yeah, the shock humor worked on me, I guess. I had some good laughs, and I should go ahead and say I enjoyed the movie. I didn't think I wasted my money.
Okay, so at this point, if you have not seen the movie, walk away. Unless you don't care about spoilers. Because we're about to get into some spoiler shit right quick. Okay, my thing with the movie is that there were scenes that I thought, it had moments where I was like, yo, this shit's fucking hilarious. Then they had moments where it was trying too hard. And then they had moments like, the fuck is happening? All entertaining moments. But it was like a roller coaster of emotions for me. Whoever we were in the theater with was loving the shit out of this movie.
There was some lady in the back, yo. You heard her laughing? I was like, yo, they thought it was something funny happening on screen. She's still laughing at a joke from like a minute ago. I'm like,
hey,
yo, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad she had fun with the movie, but oh my god, she had to go. And I'm glad she got up and left for a little bit to get herself under composure. Because she just could not control herself. But I'm glad she enjoyed herself.
She was enjoying. Oh, funny little thing about this movie. This movie almost did not get released. Because Sesame Street sued them.
Yeah.
Was like, yo, what you doing to our puppets?
Right.
And I'm glad they failed, though. Because I'm interested in seeing this movie. I just don't think it was worth seeing in theaters. But it's still an interesting watch. Weirdest fucking scene to me. God. Had to be the milking scene.
Yeah.
That was just...
the porno shop scene, yeah.
Yeah. That was weird as shit. Like, to the point everyone was like, what the fuck is happening? And this was basically like, Phil, basically, someone died. So he went to like the porn shop because he realized that the style of the ransom note for one of his clients matched the porn shop. So he went there, and he saw this guy, Lenny. And next thing you know, in the background, a puppet cow is getting milk fucked. I don't know what to fucking call it. And I'm just sitting there going, no, avert my eyes, but I can't avert my eyes. It was a very weird scene. It was funny, though. That actually scene made me laugh, but it was just so weird as fuck by this octopus puppet. And I was just like, okay, sure. What do you think of that scene? That's the weirdest scene for me.
That's a weird fucking scene. I'm glad. That was a weird goddamn scene for me. I don't even know what else to really say about that scene other than it was weird. Like, it was literally an octopus milking a cow violently, and the cow was like enjoying it. Like, they were coming everywhere. Pun intended. Well, kind of. Like, it's just their milk. Like, it was a female cow, yeah. But it's like they made it look like it was just them making a mess everywhere. But whatever. Then there was also the whole thing with the dog and the fireman in the background, and I was like, that was another weird part too. But
yeah, that's fine. A puppet dog was like being a dominatrix.
Yeah, to a fireman or something like that.
And he was liking that shit. I was like,
what if I pee on you? I'm like, oh, hold up, like a fire hydrant. Look like a Russian dog, apparently.
Yeah. I have a question. So, established in this movie, puppets basically have all the parts humans have, right? Can they have sex with humans?
I don't know. I mean, apparently they flirt with humans a lot, so I'd assume so, but I don't know.
I'm assuming Jenny and Phil had sex.
Right.
So can they have babies with humans?
Why is that on your mind?
I don't know, because, like, I have questions. I'm asking.
I don't know the answer to these questions. We didn't see any puppet-human hybrids in the show.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming not.
Okay, I was just asking, because
Jenny was getting down with the brother Larry was like, what's the name, flirting with that girl in the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
But we don't know how far that was going to get, because, he was too hot to handle. Chirp, 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 chirp.
I don't know how to respond to that. Like, that threw me off. And he, like, looked at me when he did it. And I was like, what the fuck?
I was waiting for you to laugh. Well, you didn't laugh. Whatever.
I was so shocked. You caught me off guard.
You have no soul. That's fine. You just don't get funny humor. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You just don't know how to laugh.
I did laugh at it. Just not the reason you wanted me to laugh. Okay, yeah. I was just thinking. I was like, can they have children? Because their livers can be put in our bodies and work still.
Right, yep, that's very true.
So and apparently they come silly string, so whatever. I don't know. Yeah, that's the second scene that was funny to me. Was the scene where he had sex with, like, a
Sandra White.
Yeah, fake ass Jessica Rabbit looking puppet. fake ass Sharon Stone puppet who, needs to wear underwear. But he had sex with her and, like, to have safe sex, because puppets can have children. He, busted his nut all over his office for a very long time, to the point people were grossed out.
Yep, that was a little weird. Like, they're all the FBI guys were outside the office, like, watching and hearing the whole thing happen, and I'm like, I don't know how.
I would have laughed, but they need to do their job. And it also seems like he does this often because the secretary had like a bottle ready to clean.
Yeah.
And also, if I was a secretary, because he had a secretary called Bubbles, I would not date him after that. Like, she still wanted him after that, and I was like, I guess.
Right.
I guess. But who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. Boy, this is a weird movie to find a favorite character with.
I have mine.
My favorite character? I'm gonna give it to Phil. I like that Phil handled being like a human puppet, PI type of guy. I like that he was the center of conflict for pretty much what the reason why puppets can't be on the police force, because of some incident that happened a couple years ago where like he missed a shot because like I guess he got nervous killing another puppet. And that's its own little storyline as well. It leads into the main like story of the whole movie. But I feel like he did have some character progression after like getting a little closer with his partner that he had a hard time with for a long ass time, and then like it's just he went through a lot. It's kind of weird that considering who the villain was that they ended up doing that in the office, but whatever.
That was a point, though, because basically she used that as part of her alibi.
Yeah, right.
As part of her story.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yep.
So like, hey, you saw me there.
Right.
Yeah, you saw me there, and you saw what happened. So that's why she did that. But my favorite is Edwards. I really loved her character, and also I always thought Phil's problem. I thought Phil never shot somebody before in that flashback. So you just have a problem shooting someone. I didn't think it was the puppet part.
I think, yeah, you're probably right. I think that's how they spun it in the news as well. They spun it because they say he couldn't shoot a puppet, but I think because he couldn't shoot anyone, period, at a time.
Yeah, even when he was like, had to do it again,
right.
He's like, okay, you can do this. You're nervous. He didn't say anything about the puppet. It was just like he had a problem actually shooting. He could shoot like at someone, but when he know he's trying to kill him, he used to like get nervous.
Or because like
or the type of shot.
The person's also in front of him, right? The person is also in front of the person he's trying to shoot too. So
he was afraid of killing his partner and stuff. So I did like Edwards. Basically, she was basically like his best friend, and back in the day she was his best friend, and then he fucked up, and she thought like he didn't really have her back because it's the first time he didn't. It's probably one of the first times he actually been pushed up against the wall like that, and he choked. And I liked her character. I thought she was funny as fuck.
Especially on sugar.
Oh yeah, she's a sugar addict. Because apparently there's this thing where like pure crazy ass sugar will kill a human but make a puppet. It's like puppet cocaine.
Yeah.
And since she has a puppet liver, she can handle it and not die, but also makes her an addict.
Right.
And they call it being sugar smack. So I did like that scene. I liked all her scenes with all the puppets. I liked that she wasn't prejudiced, but she hated Phil, and it made their scenes funny. I feel like Melissa probably had so much fun shooting that, because she's probably like, yo, I'm arguing with a puppet.
Right.
But I thought it was such a interesting relationship between her and Phil, and she made me laugh the most throughout the entire movie, so that's why she's my favorite. Did you see the twist coming? I know I did, but did you?
Because I was running out of characters to point it at. Because I was like, I didn't know it was gonna be Sandra or whatever her real name is, but I knew it was gonna be something related to the fact that he missed that shot. I thought it was gonna be someone else coming out of the woodworks, but I thought I had some more time for one more character to come in. I did not see that it was necessarily going to be Sandra or whatever her real name is, coming through. But I thought it was gonna be something related to it at least. Because at the point at the end of the movie, I'm like, everyone's kind of dead now. Because she kind of went around killing everyone.
Yeah.
So I guess I was only really left with one choice, and that after Sandra's betrayal, I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, like for me, I agree. Like once I saw him miss a shot, Here's what I had two theories. Either the daughter of the puppet he accidentally shot, which my brain is going crazy with the fact that they have children. But the daughter of the puppet was either going to come back, which is what ended up happening, or the wife of the guy he shot was going to come back. So, and then when...
Because they definitely said the wife earlier
but
in the
they
movie.
meant Jenny's wife, not...
Yeah, right.
So, they got... The thing with Jenny being alive, that kind of surprised me.
Yeah,
but she was... Yeah, but she was kind of... I don't even blame Jenny, because, like, the girl kind of lied to her, and she didn't even want to kill those people. So I don't really blame her. I don't know what happened to her. They didn't really address that. But... And then when she figured out that she was lying, she was like, oh, shit. And then got hit in the back of the head. And that was the last time we saw Jenny. But the twist was obvious once they did that leg crossing, which, they gave her a vagina. I didn't need to see that.
I mean, I just saw pubes. I didn't even see no vagina.
It was like...
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not, but don't even bother describing, please. Like, come on now.
Okay.
Podcast don't need to get that way.
Okay.
I saw you thinking. I was like,
I was about to say, it was
right
kind of
there.
poking out between the pubes, but whatever.
Okay.
I was going to say what it was, but we're not going to do that. But I didn't need to see that. And...
A lot of things this movie didn't need to see, but it was there.
Yeah. My mind is just going in places it shouldn't go. But
puppet deaths in this movie look really weird. Like they make it like it's actual like blood everywhere because like they're so shocked by it. Because when the dude's brother, I think Larry, when he died because he got torn to pieces by a bunch of dogs, like they looked at it like it was a horror scene. And if it was human body, human bloods in replace of what the fluff was, I'd be like, yeah, it looks really bad. But oh man, it is the way they handle puppet deaths in this universe is really interesting.
Yeah. It basically, they explode. Like, in this movie, inside, right. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. They have a puppet hospital, right? So, why did Larry die? Because they took his head off or something?
I see. You're getting too deep into the lore. I don't know. I don't think they even care about that kind of lore. Cause it's weird. Like they can do puppet transplants. I'm assuming you can put, like sew their body back on and have them work again.
I think it is just like the same way humans is. Like you can sew an arm, you can do this and stuff, but you can't sew a head really. Once the head's clean off, you're dead. You're dead.
If it was puppet logic, you still can. But I guess in this universe, they're using human logic. Like if your head's gone, your head's just gone. Like you're not putting it back on.
Yeah, that's why, like, if you notice all the puppets, for them to die, their head was removed from their body.
Yeah.
Especially, the mustache purple one. His head got blown clean off.
Yeah.
I don't know what gun that was, but it was like, psh.
Yeah, a shotgun, yeah. The same one that was using the porno store. Which everyone in that store got a headshot. And poor Bumbly, or whatever his name was, he was, like, addicted to porn and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, poor guy.
All he had to do was run out that store, too. But he froze up. And he pissed, like, purple shit. I don't know what the fuck it was.
He's an Easter Bunny, like, purple shit with glitter in it. I don't even know.
Yeah. And it's funny. It looked like the same shit they were snoring.
Yeah. I think so.
So there's some puppet shit that I don't understand. But it's okay. We don't need to. We do not need to. What else? Do you have any favorite scenes? Or?
I do have a favorite scene. It's actually Melissa McCarthy's scene when she was like playing poker with her cards with those guys.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is like I've never thought that a Melissa McCarthy action scene could look so dope. Like she's here like beating up on puppets and handling herself. Like it looked like a legit thing. And one thing I gotta say about this movie, the animation for the puppets, by the way, because we did see at the end of the movie how it's done excellently. Because when you do like a puppet in full body, it's really hard to pull that off. Because you need like 3 guys at the same time working for the puppet.
That blooper.
One for arms, one for legs, and one for like, the main torso and the head and the mouth, I guess. But it was a lot of work, and I feel like for an action scene to look as good as it did,
What the hell is happening here?
Anyways, it looked really good for Melissa McCarthy, especially with that dog that was like calling the girls bitches and whatnot. Like she held it down even while she was high. Speaking of which, that was also funny when the cops started interrogating them too, and she was still high on the smack from inside.
Yo, she was
that was funny. We also came to find out that there have been 2 murders in the last week for a Happytime guy, whatever it was. She's funny high. I'll give her that.
Yeah, she kept repeating herself. I liked her scenes with Bubbles. Thought that was funny. Like when Bubbles kept touching her, she's like, "Yo, back the fuck off!
Right,
like, why you keep touching
me?" She
me?
never did get off of her.
That's
the
not
part. Yeah. Like,
no, she just no. The last time she got close to her, but she
clasped
wasn't
her hands. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't like touch her. But I thought that was funny. Maya Rudolph and Melissa, they worked off really two comedians who work really well together.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Did I miss anything?
No, it's just a weird fucking movie.
Yeah. All right. My overall opinion of this movie is, while I don't think it's worth seeing in theaters, I do think it's worth like maybe seeing on demand or renting the movie or buying it for really cheap. It's a weird fucking movie, but it's entertaining if you have an open mind. And it's basically like a fucking it's a cop drama mixed with Sesame Street doing fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. It's just really fucking weird. That's all I got. It's really fucking weird. Closing remarks.
I'd say see this movie eventually. If you smoke, you're gonna enjoy this fucking movie. If you watch this movie high, you're gonna lose your fucking shit. Because I don't know how else to put it, yo. Like this movie, yeah, it's a rated R cop drama with Muppets. That's pretty much how you could put it. I don't think I wasted my time or my money, but I feel like ideally for everybody else though, I'd probably wait till it like hits Netflix or some kind of streaming service to watch it on demand, catch it on HBO or where the fuck it comes on. Because I don't know, man. This movie was
weird.
Something else. It's definitely an interesting concept, and I was telling Shanique before, I thought this was like a kind of it had like a lot of parallels with Bright, but and Bright if you
I actually was thinking of more like Zootopia. I think that kind of like fit it.
Even Zootopia, I don't even agree with that. Actually, Zootopia works really well. Actually, yeah, the Zootopia and Bright, they actually work very goddamn well. It's not like a one-for-one parallel, but it's definitely something that you can find a lot of similarities in. Because I was like, hey, it's about a cop who doesn't really fit in on the force, and they kind of have to make a name for themselves so that they can fit in on the force. They go through a bunch of bullshit, they do something very heroic, and then they're back on the force, or like their entire kind can go on the force. And it was interesting. If you like those two movies, at least the storytelling, and you want to see like a really fucked up rated R version of those two. Even I think Bright was rated R anyway.
Yes,
but yeah, okay,
Will Smith was cursing. Yes.
Yeah. You're right. But yeah, it was interesting. No ninja elves in this one, like it wasn't Bright. But
yo, them elves are badass.
We also did a podcast on that one, guys. Just go check that one out as well.
Shameless plug.
No shame. All
right. Well, you heard our opinions. Hit us up on Twitter at Echo U Podcast. You can also find us on any social media sites for the most part and most podcasting apps, all under Echo Underground Podcast. And we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
See ya.